Hello again, IUS. This is the Horizon Newscast for the week of November 15th, 2010. I'm Christy Taylor. As the semester draws to a close, the Horizon Newscast wants to know the pros and cons you have of IUS. David Woodson and Stephanie Taggart have this week's top story.
Indiana University Southeast has won many awards. We caught up with students to see what they thought about attending this university.
What I like most about IUS is the chance to interact with a lot of different people who have a lot of different perspectives and viewpoints on the world and philosophies and outlooks on different things.
What I like best about IUS is that it's geared for socialization as well as academia. There are places that you can go and communicate with other people, which is fun, but they're like actually sort of things to center around.
I love IUS. It's been my experience that the teachers, the professors, they really have a genuine interest in seeing their students succeed. I know for me at least, you know, being in military service, all of my teachers have helped me out a tremendous amount with being able to catch up on things. I've had to miss a few classes for military, and you know, I love the fact that I can get personal one-on-one with my instructors.
IUS has room to grow and improve, especially when it comes to the parking situation.
Something I don't like about the IUS campus is the parking. It's horrible, and I don't like driving around and waiting for a parking spot to open up.
Wish the parking lot was just a little bit bigger. You know, I feel like there's more cars than there are parking spaces. You know, that might need to change.
This reporter's favorite thing about attending IUS has been making these newscasts for all of you students. This is David Woodson and Stephanie Taggart for the Horizon Newscast.
Thanks, you two. The IUS Bar Gallery recently unveiled an exhibition in honor of the Mexican Day of the Dead. Brooke Lehman has a story from the Ogle Center.
I am at Navview, right in front of the Ronald R. Bar Gallery, where Dia de los Muertos is taking place. IUS hosted a Day of the Dead altar in reverence to Dia de los Muertos, a special kind of holiday celebrated by many in Mexico. The holiday focuses on gatherings of family and friends to pray for and remember friends and family members who have died. Students gathered to learn about the holiday and observe all of the artwork and gifts many students created. Paco Martin was inspired to host this event.
And this year we are celebrating the 200th anniversary of our independence and the Mexican Revolution. So I thought it would be a very good thing to celebrate it with an altar and share what we have so much in our culture to share with the rest of the world, and that make us unique and special.
The opening reception and exhibit for this holiday was a success. Large groups of students came to enjoy the fun Mexican mariachi music, great food, and all of the gifts and artwork students created to display.
The food smells really, really good, and the music guys are really good too, so that's kind of cool.
I didn't know too much about it. I knew a little bit, so it was very informative. I liked it a lot.
This has been Brooke Lehman with the Horizon Newscast.
Those were your top stories of the week. Here's Kevin Schmidt with this week's top news briefs.
IU Southeast celebrated Veterans Day this past Thursday with an honorary bell-ringing ceremony and memorial service in McCullough Plaza. Current and retired veterans were honored at the event, along with those who are no longer with us. The Student Veterans Organization hosted movies in the University Center throughout the week, including Operation Homecoming, about soldiers returning from Afghanistan and Iraq, and Taking Chance, starring Kevin Bacon. The IUS English Club invites everyone on campus to get lit at lunch. Literature at lunch, that is. It's a monthly open mic event, and this month's theme is hibernation. Bring your own poetry, fiction, music, or one of someone else that you admire. The event is this Thursday at noon in front of the coffee shop, and keep your kegs at home. And the end of the semester is finally within reach, with classes officially ending on December 2nd, followed by finals week. Take a break from last-minute cramming at the library's Moonlight Breakfast. A free hot breakfast will be available while supplies last. Contests and prize opportunities will also be available. The event is Monday, December 6th at 9 p.m. on the library's 3rd floor. You are now caught up on the latest campus news. I'm Kevin Schmidt. Back to you, Christy.
Election Day on November 2nd turned out to be more than just a day of politics and voting polls. For a group of IU Southeast students who participated in a spontaneous artistic event in McCullough Plaza, Desiree Smith caught up with the group to learn more.
During the noon hour, McCullough Plaza can be a high-traffic area full of students and staff flooding from classrooms in search of lunch. But today, a group of art students decided to literally take a time out to participate in a flash mob, a new form of art being seen worldwide. When many people think of art, they think of statues and paintings. Flash mobs definitely don't fit into those categories. From Michael Jackson tributes in Sweden to freeze frames in New York's Grand Central Station, flash mobs are becoming increasingly popular. But what is a flash mob?
Well, a flash mob is a break in the everyday. It's a premeditated, coordinated interruption of everyday life by a group of people who agree to meet in a certain place at a certain time and engage in a coordinated activity. In this case here, it was a freeze frame. They've been going on for a long time and they're all over the world. You can YouTube a flash mob any old time and see Michael Jackson tributes in Sweden or MC Hammer flash mobs in LA, or a very famous one is in Grand Central Station in New York, which is another freeze frame.
In my art class, we decided we were going to do a flash mob scene, which if you look it up on YouTube, it's really neat. You just freeze at a certain time when the whistle blows, and everybody that knows is frozen, and everybody else walks by and you don't really know what's going on. Well, we decided to block 2 of the exits from one of the buildings so that when people walked by, they had to like really squeeze through and they couldn't get through.
From McCullough Plaza, this has been Desiree Smith, Horizon Newscast.
In the digital and information age that we live in, we all know that all your business can be put onto the internet for all to see. Brittany Bullard and Jordan Smith recently attended a campus debate on whether or not Facebook can actually affect our relationships.
Many college students use social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter to communicate with their friends and family. But is social networking increasing the quality of our relationships, or is it giving you a false sense of friendship with the people you talk to on there? As college students, social networking is a major part of our lives. Nearly everyone in attendance at the debate uses Facebook, and a large amount of them use Twitter and LinkedIn as well. Each side had strong opinions on whether or not social networking was a good thing for our relationships.
I would not say that social networking is a bad thing for students. I think that social networking provides a great tool for students to use for networking. But the specific topic today was whether or not it improved relationships with other people. And from that standpoint, I believe that it fails in a lot of reasons. Primarily because you develop some sort of like just distant interest in this person by looking at what they tell everybody, but you don't go in depth as to what kind of person they really are. You don't learn very much more about that person, like as you don't learn anything from them that nobody else would eventually know anyway. You don't get that unique relationship with somebody that you would develop more fully if you were to speak to them face to face or see them on a regular basis.
I think the key word is opportunity. It opens up many new opportunities. Like, you may not want to ask all the people you meet in real life all these questions. With Facebook, you can kind of figure out what kind of person they are, what kind of stuff they like, and that gives you an icebreaker. Another thing is, when you meet someone in real life, you may never speak to them again, but if you friend them on Facebook, you have an opportunity to speak with them and meet up with them in real life, and it just gives you a lot of opportunities that haven't been open before.
From the Horizon Newscast, this has been Brittany Bullard and Jordan Smith.
We hope you enjoyed tuning into the Horizon Newscast this semester. This has been the final newscast for Fall 2010. I'm Christy Taylor. Happy holidays, and we'll see you in January.